guys. Welcome to another episode of the Rhythm and Notes music channel. This is another follow up to our previous lesson of chord substitution. So this is part 2 of the chord substitution lesson. Before we start, please do me a favor and like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. All right. So now, of course, this lesson is going to be in the key of F major. We have. So this is our major scale for the key of F major. So, recap from the previous lesson, we talked about chord substitutions, where we said that there are a total of 12 notes in the entire piano. 12 different types, 12 different notes, okay? All right, there are 12 notes. There are 88 keys, all right, but there are 12 notes in the entire piano. Some pianos are shorter, so you will have 61, you have 49, etc. Right? This is an 88 key keys, but there are 12 notes. What I mean by that, let's say we start from F. Hit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? And then it repeats to F again. Remember this is F? Repeats again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, and then it keeps going on. It's a pattern. Music is all about patterns. So 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. That's it. All right. Given that, in terms of chord substitutions, this minimum of 12 different substitutions that one can do. Because if you look at chord voicings, inversions, tritone substitutions, and etc. There's so many different ways that one can substitute one chord for the other, right? And it makes it very interesting. Makes your creativity endless, right? It all depends on the musician, what your goal are, what you're trying to illustrate and portray out to the world, all right? But there are so many tools that one can use, and my job now is to give you the tools that you need to create. Okay, so that you don't have just one tool. All right, if you have one tool, you're limited in how much or what you can create, and that's the truth, right? So my job is to give you as much tools as you can possibly wield. Now, we're going to be looking at tritone substitutions, major seventh substitutions, okay? So, essentially, I want us to look into how to get to the 4, all right? What are some ways that I can get to the 4? We did in the previous lesson, we did 2, 5, 1, all right? 2, 5, 1, 5, 1, right? To get to the 1, essentially, 2, 5, 1 to get to the 1. Now, how do we get to the 4? What are some ways? What are some ways that one can get to the 4? Right. And another easy way, of course, follow the same blueprint as before. Do a 2, 5, 1 to get to your 4. So in the key of F we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Your 4 is your B flat, or your Fa, your B flat. Right, what are some ways that I can get to the 4? The song is going so, do, fa. Right, what are some ways that I can get to the 4 instead of just doing 5, 1, 4? Right, which is essentially a 2, 5, 1. Right, it's a 2, 5, 1 in the key of B flat. Right, so simple. Just do a 2, 5, 1. But then we're going to be spicing up that 2, 5, 1s. Okay, we can borrow a 2, 5, 1 from a different chord, essentially. Okay, we can borrow 2, 5, 1s. Okay, that's another concept all by itself. I think I explained that concept in the previous videos. Please go ahead and check it out. Okay, so so we look at the 4 as its own key. The 2 for the 4, so is C minor. The 5 for your 4 is F major. So many different voices. You can even do a minor 2-5-1, which means the 5, which is usually a major, we're gonna make it a minor. So minor, right? 2-5-1, right? So I played 2, major 5, minor 5. You see that? Major 5, minor 5, 1. So many different possibilities you can do. All right, you can even do minor 2, major 2. See, 1. So many, you can mix and match them. Makes it so beautiful. That's why I love jazz and these other types of genres, because it's not limited to just, because you can create your own melody on the fly. You can do so many things, right? Okay, so now we have established your 2-5-1, right? Which is your C minor, F minor, or F major to your 1. What can we do to the 2? We can substitute the 2 for its tritone. The C minor to its tritone. Like, let me briefly explain tritone. So essentially, let's say we're in the key of C, right? To find its tritone, you just locate its 4. The 4 of C is F. So we have re, mi, fa. Fa is your 4, right? So with the 4, you just go up 1 semitone, and then you get your F sharp. F sharp is your tritone of C. I hope that's clear, right? F sharp is your tritone of C. For example, in the key of F, we have, right? So B flat is your 4. To find its tritone, you go up 1 semitone. You get this. This is tritone. Right? Different tritones. These are all the tritones. Right? So that's it. That's tritone right for you. All right. So we're gonna substitute this for this. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Right? And you say, what kind of chord is this? Another trick when it comes to tritone substitutions, you can't just use any basic chord. Okay? It's not gonna sound good if you do this. See how it doesn't match, but this matches. Aha, this goes. Right, but this doesn't go. Right. 1, because it's your melody or the pinky. Your highest note is outside of the diatonic key of F, right, or B. All right, see, it's outside. It's too much outside, so it's not really gonna sound good. But you have to alter it to bring it into the diatonic. To the diatonic scale of B flat or F. I hope that's clear. That's why we're altering it. So this doesn't sound well. It doesn't sound good, but this does, and that's the reason. Right? These are all diatonic, meaning they are in the key of either B flat or F. What I mean is that the pinky, the highest note, is in the key, so it has a higher chance of matching than the other chord. So we're going to do a tritone substitution. Right, now let me explain the sharp 9 sharp 4, how to form it. It's easy. Your pinky plays the root, your middle finger plays the 3, right? Plays a major 3. The thumb plays the flat 7, which means we just go down at 2 semitones, 1, 2 from the root. The middle finger plays the flat 3. Okay, flat 3. So we have in the key of F, you have 1, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Okay, this plays the flat 3. 2, 3. Plays the flat 3. Go down 1 semitone, and then your pinky plays the sharp 5. This is your 5, the sharp 5. You go up 1 semitone. So this is it. That's it. Very easy formula. And I suggest you do that with every single note. All right, form this chord with every single note as your roots. All right, so you can get comfortable. All right, so we have this, and then another substitution that I want us to focus on is called the major 7th substitution. All right, so instead of our 5, we're gonna substitute our F for our E. It's a major 7th substitution. So in the key of F, we have 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. This is your T, or your 7th, right? So we're gonna play the 7th instead of our 1. So, right? So the same concept. We have your pinky on your roots, which is the 7th right here, and your middle finger on the 3. So pretty much we're playing the E major scale, right? So do, re, mi, fa, sol. So you have to know all your scales. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. At least the major scales, at least, guys. Re, mi, fa, sol. Right, and then your pinky, your thumb goes down 2 semitones, right? Flat 7, and your middle finger plays the flat 3. So 1, 2, 3, and your thumb plays the sharp 5. This is your 5, right? So sharp 5. So E7, sharp 9, sharp 5. We got this. That's it. And another concept that we're going to be using is playing a 2-5-1, but then we're going to be borrowing it from the 2-5-1 of your C major. Okay, we're going to play the 2-5-1 of your C to get to your 4. All right, that's another way to get your 4. You're going to borrow it. So the same concept that we did with the 2-5-1 to get to the 4 B flats, right? We did 2-5-1, and then we did tritone substitution. We're going to transpose all of that to the key of C, do a 2-5-1 of C, and then resolve into B flats. Sounds interesting, right? So endless possibilities. I'm telling you guys. All right. So what is a 2 of your C major? Right, so this is re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The 2 is what? D, right? D minor. All right, so instead of playing the D minor, right, guys? So many different ways of playing D minor. D minor 9, D, right? Instead of doing that, we're gonna be playing the tritone of the D. And your tritone away, right? So again, locate where your 4 is. So do, re, mi, fa. This is your 4, right? You go up 1 semitone. This is your tritone for D. See? So this is your tritone for D. So we're gonna substitute that for this one. Substitute this for this. But then we're gonna form our sharp 9, sharp 5 chord of your A flat. So A flat chord scale, re, mi, fa, sol, right? Right. So left hand plays the 1, the 3. So first you have to establish your scale first. Know your scale. Re, mi, fa, sol. And then you say, where is the the flat 7 of your A flat, and it's gonna be G flat, right? So this is your chord, right? Flat 3 here, flat 7, flat 3, and sharp 5. Right? See, this is 5, this is sharp 5. Right? And then we're saying, what is your major? So now we're going to do a major 7 substitution in the key of C. All right. So this is your 5. So major 7th of your G is gonna be G flat. Right. So we're gonna substitute G flat for G, and that gives you this. Come back to this chord. I think we played this chord already. Right. So. Right. See, it makes sense, right, guys? Right. So you can move around. The only thing that's limiting you is the beats and your timing. Right. So I suggest you become very fast and learn how to play with a metronome. Play with a metronome. That's number 1. So in a live situation, you know, the amount of time you have to do any sort of move, right? Sometimes you don't have any time, so you may have just stay one chord, right? But you may have multiple time. And if it's a long, depending on the type of song or the type of mood or the atmosphere, right? The congregation might not, enjoy so much when you're moving too much or you're moving around too much. So it all depends on the atmosphere. Okay, guys. So have fun. I've given you so many tools that you can use for you to have fun. So it just makes the piano fun. It makes it fun. It makes it enjoyable to play when you have all these tools at your disposal. All right, guys. So that's it for now. We're gonna do next video. We'll take a look at an in-depth look at jazz, look into some licks, something like this. With that, I'm using something we call the Superlocrian scale. All right, so we'll look into this in much more detail. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Stay blessed.